Hey everybody, my name's Kristine Gorman, and until Marion's voice comes back, you know, all these cool folks are helping her with her videos, and I guess as a Leo, doing Leo readings, I'm one of them. I'm so Leo. Anyway, so yes, I'm Kristine Gorman, and this is a reading for Leo. This is my deck, Visionary Woman Tarot. It is published by Red Wheel Weiser, and it's going to be released, looks like around the 5th of August. There's been a little delays, but in August, it's a baby. It's here. So I'm going to be doing a reading for Leo, and I had some Leaper cards come out, so I just want to keep them separate from the deck, and I wanted to kind of start with a little cool reading about that. The first card for Leo is Page of Pentacles. And it's like, okay, so we're exploring, we're learning. Well, what do we not know? What do we need to know? What do we need to, like, climb the mountain of? It's about absorbing information that you need. I'm just going to keep that over there. And then the Leapers. I love Leapers. Leapers, okay, for anybody who doesn't know, stuff that just flies or leaps out of your deck. Pay attention to it, okay? Next card is 10 of Swords, right? There's a lovely pufferfish in there because we all know when we get into a state of inflammation, we turn into a pufferfish, you know, whatever part is inflamed. And so with the Page of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords, it's kind of like, well, what if you're learning to bring down inflammation? What if you're worried about not knowing something? Oh, okay, well then I'm sure there's a YouTube video for it. Watch it, absorb it. You're going to feel better. You're going to bring down inflammation. You know, the worst thing is like, somebody will go, oh, this thing is really bugging me. Well, have you gone to a professional about it? No. Well, learn all you can. Go to a professional. Learn all you can about what's going on. And you're going to bring down inflammation about it. Even just in your thinking, it's going to make room for other things, right? Third Leaper, Queen of Pentacles. So that means that if we're curious about things, if we wonder about things, if we're worried about things, the more we are informed about it, the more stable we will be, the more it's a good investment for ourselves, the more of a possibility that we can be not only investing, but creating financial stability or circumstances that ground us. So it seems like very grounded things for Leo, but at the same time, it's to combat inflammation. Now, you know, I'm a Leo, right? We don't want to tell anybody that we don't know things. You know, it's just kind of against our nature. So even if you're not a Leo and you're having a kind of Leo moment where you're like, I don't want to tell anybody I don't know that, maybe that is a sign. That's saying absolutely the thing you have to do is say it out loud. Now, I do a tarot meetup. I'm in Lambertville, New Jersey, USA, right? And so I am once a month gathering, and we talk tarot. It's pretty amazing, but I like to kind of throw out, you know, I'm not one of those readers that uses many decks, but I love the TV and the movie tarot. And this is part of the Leapers. Page of Cups, but it's the Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride. So it's like, okay, well, what if we have to be our own knight? What if we have to be our own savior? What if we have to be able to move forward with communication about, you know, whatever it is that we don't know? And it's funny because the whole story of Wesley and the Princess Bride is about this person with no fortune, and he had to go find it. And that the kind of Dread Pirate Roberts is just kind of a role. It's not even one specific person. And so what if that information says, well, what if you, oh, cat fight. Hey, you guys got to get along just for right now. That's Alfredo and Elizabeth. Sorry. What if the whole theme of it is we're assuming, oh, well, only people that have this specific credentials, that have gone to this school and that school, can get this job, can get this area, can be invited to this party, can be in a relationship with that person. And it's almost like everybody, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that are just playing a role. And so that means that we can't assume that we can't get in there just by sheer will, sheer spark, sheer Leo-ness. So it's one of those things is that you can't feed the inferior parts, right? So if we're talking about all the sides of Leo, you're talking about like the Disney Robin Hood cartoon, right? Where Prince John, he's a lion, but he's kind of a scraggly guy, right? So anyway, my point being, if there's knowledge to be learned, then just show up to learn that very thing. Not only is it going to bring some grounding to your circumstance, but it's going to bring down inflammation. It's going to bring down the shoulda, woulda, couldas. The stuff that just makes you kind of float like a pufferfish in your own living room. So anyway, these are the leapers. So let's see what else is out there. Because I'm not going to, am I going to? Yeah, I'm going to put these cards back. Maybe not the Dread Pirate Roberts. He can stay out. We don't want to see him again necessarily. I don't know, do we? I mean, really. I think that, you know, anytime it gets really hot, which is Leo season, of course, people have a tendency to get a little nuts. So it's like hydrate. That's always a big one. But what do we need to know? What else can we contribute to Leo? For Leo. In Leo season. In this very strange time. It is, especially in the US. What do we need to know? 9 of Cups reversed. Now, in my deck, you have this little figure there, and he's making footprints, almost like in the snow. And he's navigating all these cups like a labyrinth. So it is a combating illusion. Oh, you ever like get to that point in your life where maybe you're not going out a whole bunch and you drive by some really popular venue or something and you're like, oh, all those people are in there having so much fun, you know? And you know what? A lot of those people inside that bar, let's say, they might not be having fun at all. So you can't project. So that's consistent with the Leaper cards, right? It's one of those things where you got to find your way through and you have to find what your emotional currency is, what your currency of the moment is, what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. And knowing what you don't want is half the battle. 3 of Cups. It's a very emotional August, Leos. End of July and August, right? So this 3 of Cups is like, okay, well, if I can't navigate this one place that I used to go to, let's say, that could be a specific place, that could be people, places, things, you know, that group that I used to hang out with, they made me feel like shit, but I'm going to kind of go hang out with them again and again. Well, you know, not if that's not what you don't want. 3 of Cups suggests, man, you know where your laughter is. You know where your harmony is. Go connect. Sometimes you don't even have to leave the building. Like sometimes it's just a phone call or online and you feel satisfied and you laugh. This is the best medicine. So don't stress yourself out if you don't want to go anywhere. Don't stress yourself out if all your friends want to go to some place you don't like. Go where you like. It's like, can I say like one more time? It is like, oh, okay. So my cat Elizabeth, This is so funny, but this is what happens. She goes and gets little bags from one room and brings them to the other. It makes this meowing sound, and it kind of sounds like she's being tortured. You guys are going to get to hear that. I'm going to continue on with my reading, and Elizabeth is going to tell everybody how she feels. And, you know, that's fine. Thank you, Elizabeth. It's like she's doing a job. So, again, we're doing a reading for Leo, and my cat's going to start talking for the video. Cats talk, you know, and they don't want to be laughed at, so we're not going to laugh at Elizabeth. We're just going to say thank you for doing your task. She feels like she's working. I feel like this is part of the reading. That's why I'm keeping it in there. It's just hysterical. She talks. She will say mama, so just don't freak out. Anyway, so we have 9 of Cups. Then we have 3 of Cups. What is our third card here? 10 of Wands reversed. Now, let's just look at it upright, okay? So you have this person here, and they're carrying their wands. It looks like a pretty good way of carrying, but it's a symbol, right? The design is just good. It's tasty. It's yummy. It's like, I can just carry it this way. So this really falls into, and let's just look at this upright too. It's like the towering of emotions. What if you feel emotionally responsible, or let's say, so aware of the emotions of others that you might go to a place, because it's reversed, right, that you don't like, just to make people happy, even though you're not happy, even though the inside of you is saying, I really want to be downstairs, I really want to be upstairs, I really want to be home. And so it's this thing where don't carry other people's stuff. You know, that's when 10 turns around and says, are you even carrying your own baggage? Why are you carrying their baggage? There's no point in carrying their baggage. So with these 3 and the idea of learning with the first leapers, it's like, you know, you got to feed your brain where it's going to contribute to your well-being, but you also have to feed your laughter. You have to feed your emotions and not pick up other people's junk. But let's see from the TV and movie tarot, you know, what, okay, we got a leaper again. So we're just going to go with that. Doctor Who. So it's like, okay, there's a TARDIS somewhere. You have to find it, you know, and if you're feeling like an alien around everybody, like the quote unquote normal people, I think that's a compliment. So with all of these cards, it's just, you know, when you don't know, find out. You're going to not only feel better, it's going to bring down inflammation, and you're going to create solid, a solid foundation for yourself, or contribute to the one that you already have. It's chasing your smile and your laughter in your social interactions. And that means that you get to decide how that happens. Because if you can't put your finger on it, but you're not happy, then you have to just say, all right, well, I'm not going to pull that thread because I'm not aware of it. I'm going to encourage my own awareness and follow my instincts, my heart and my gut, and what my intuition says. Because if it's like, get out of there if you want to get out of there. Because you know exactly who you want to be with. That's going to satisfy being social. Sometimes it's just the cats. I get it. The idea is to not carry other people's junk along with your own. And don't go in circles about not knowing something. Harvard's got all these free online classes right now, even one on divination. Just sign up. It's like, go find out what you don't know. Ask somebody that's a professional in that area to say, how can I get closer to knowing? That's the best way. So you're chasing your laughter. You're chasing, you're learning into knowing. That's really what it is. You're chasing your knowing down, because what happens there is that makes wisdom. And that's what it's all about, Leo. You want to sit there and be wise? You got to feed the knowledge, the hunger for knowledge. And that is however you define it. So that's pretty cool. I feel good about it, being a Leo. So yes, my deck is going to be released in August, and you can get it at all the major retailers. You can also get it at redwheelweiser.com, and find me on Visionary Woman Tarot. And we're going to send all the best pixie dust to Marion so she can speak again. And that is just me for Leo, for Marion.